butcher and cobbler, 22-year-old Juan Cabrera, a massive outsider, as he tries to upset Prince Nassem Hamed at Wembley Arena tonight. Prince Nassem Hamed still in the dressing room, and he is working to an entirely different beat. Cabrera's being kept waiting, Glenn.
Yes, I'm sure he's not used to this sort of atmosphere. He's never been amongst anything like this, and he's going to be ready for the Hamed entrance, which always gets better and better. Naz loves this. He loves the limelight. He loves the stage where he can perform, and he's going to be ready for this one.
Cabrera, I'm sure, will never have seen anything quite like the entrance show that Prince Nassem Hamed is about to unveil. Most of his recent opponents knew all about it and sat with a towel over their head and listening to a Walkman. But I get the impression with Cabrera, nothing much bothers him at all.
No, he seems the sort of hard character that doesn't really get put off by things like this. He's been very, very confident in the build-up. He's been cocky enough to say he's going to knock Naz out and spoil the party in the 6th round.
Promoters like him for that kind of talk, of course.
Well, it's very good. Let's hope he has that same self-belief. Let's hope he believes in himself and he thinks he can do it, and he goes out there to really try hard and give it his best shot.
Prince Nassem Hamed, his name being chanted now around the arena, people becoming impatient for his entrance, but like some actor on the big stage, he's making them wait.
And now, making his entrance to the ring, the defending champion, your Prince Nassem Hamed.
Well, he looks as if he's just going for a walk in the park, doesn't he, Prince Nassem? His first ever appearance in this very famous arena where some of the biggest names in British boxing have appeared in the modern era, names like Alan Minter and Kevin and Chris Flanagan. Marvin Hagler won his world middleweight title here on that infamous night of the riot against Alan Minter. Maurice Hope, Charlie Magri, Barry McGuigan, Lloyd Hunnigan, Frank Bruno, Lennox Lewis, John Conte, Henry Cooper, Joe Bugner, they've all appeared here. And now, for the first time in this arena, not the conference hall just across the road, the modern star, Prince Nassem Hamed, makes his entrance. And often these entrances last longer than the fight, Cliff.
Well, he's certainly making the most of it. He's been back and forth about 5 times. He really enjoys this. It's a stage. He loves being in the center of it. He loves being the attraction. And this is where he performs best. He's very relaxed under what should be immense pressure, but he's very, very relaxed. He really loves being out there.
Been a lot of comment about Naz ring entrances and the merit of them, but I think in a way the serious side of this is that this is his way of getting his adrenaline level up and preparing himself.
Yes, I think it works well for him. He does. He gets himself focused on the ring walk. He gets himself into it. He gets his rhythm. He starts enjoying himself. He starts to get a sweat on, and I think it is. I think this is where he does his mental preparation on the way from the dressing room to the ring. He really starts to focus in.
Big crowd at Wembley Arena. He's a huge ticket seller now. His biggest rivals tonight, apart from Cabrera, may be complacency, smugness, and overconfidence. Sometimes, with assignments like this, things can go horribly wrong.
They certainly can. I've watched Cabrera throughout all of that. He's never took his gears off Hamed. He's watched his whole walk into the ring, and he's standing there, he's bouncing, and he's smiling at Naz.
This fight going live to America. I wonder what the hardened fight fans there are going to make of all these acrobatics. This fight going out on ABC television in the United States in their Saturday afternoon sports show. So it's a big showcase for Prince Nassem here to impress the American audience tonight. He's a year older than Cabrera at 23, Prince Nassem. Cabrera with a height and reach advantage there, both inside the 9-stone limit. Same number of fights, but look at the knockout percentage at the bottom there for Prince Nassem, 92%. Only 2 men have gone the distance with him. Cabrera's been a puncher at his level, but that's in italics, at his level. WBO rules tonight, mandatory 8 count, no standing 8. The 3 knockdown rule will be in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. The bell saves the fighter only in the last round.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening, sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Supervisor for the BBBC is Lord Brooks of Tromorfa. Also sanctioned by the WBO and the IBF. Supervisor at ringside, Jacinth Bryant of San Martin. Your timekeeper is Nick White. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be Harold Gomez, John Stewart, and Dale Grable. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Frank Warren and Sports Network Europe, in association with ART, present 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action will be Mr. Lou Moret from California, USA. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the 10,000 plus in attendance here at Wembley Arena and the tens of millions watching around the world from London, England, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, Wearing white and weighing 8 stone, 13 pounds. His professional record: in 26 bouts, he has 24 victories and has demonstrated his knockout power with 20 KOs. He has only 2 defeats in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, from Cordoba, Argentina, here is the challenger, Juan Cabrera. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing leopard trim with black and white. His weight, 8 stone, 13 3/4 pounds. His professional record, a perfect 26 consecutive victories without a loss, 24 by knockout, and he has won 2 world title belts. He is considered by many to be, pound for pound, among the best in boxing today. Fighting out of Sheffield, England, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated WBO IBF heavyweight champion of the world, your Prince Nassem Hamed.
Well, the last 2 times that the Prince has fought Argentinian opposition, he's finished them off in the 2nd round, and he says that is exactly what he intends to do with Juan Cabrera. Although his trainer, Brendan Ingle, says that the way Nassem has been punching in the gym, he expects it to be over in 1 round. Cabrera will have other ideas, but is he really good enough? Don't go and make the tea or coffee now. Due to go 12, but Prince Nassem has won his last 14 by stoppage or knockout over the last 3 years. How can Cabrera cope with this massive step up in class from what he's been used to?
And how is he going to cope with the style of Hamed? He's never seen anything like this. He switch hits with awesome power in both hands. What's it going to be like when he feels the power of Hamed?
You almost get the impression with Hamed these days that he looks to make his prediction come true. He almost seems to soft pedal until he gets to the round that he's predicted. He's that confident about his own ability. And to be fair to him, quite often in the past, he's been proved exactly right. Hands are so fast, the punches come from such unusual angles that most of his opponents find it an extremely bewildering experience just to be in there with him. Oh, big right uppercut, that corkscrew right uppercut, which is a trademark punch, one he has invented himself, and Cabrera just did not see where that came from, but he took the punch.
Yes, he took it quite well. He crouches over, open for the uppercut, and Hamed landed that beautifully. He led with the right hand and just twisted it into a long uppercut.
Trying to invite Cabrera in with the hope of countering him. Don't think Cabrera has managed to land so far. But Prince Nassem found out against Daniel Alicia that if he gets careless, he could get caught with a sucker punch. That was the only time he's been on the floor so far. And he got up to win it in the next round.
Well, Hamed invites opponents to make mistakes, and then he capitalizes on it. He has great power. He's just waiting for Cabrera to try and lurch at him, and then he'll have a punch for him.
It's the usual flash, brash, cocky display from Prince Nassem.
Cabrera trying to keep very tight, punched over, keeping his guard really up, not wanting to make any mistakes.
Coming towards the end of round 1, another big left hand goes through. Again, Cabrera took the punch well. Not all the previous Nassem opponents have shown even that durability. Welcome back to Wembley Arena. We saw in that first round from Prince Nassem Hamed one of his trademark shots there.
Yes, wasn't it beautiful? Led with the right hand. Just turned it up. A little bit more action here later in the round, the right and the left, and you see he's very, very wary, Cabrera, of the power of Hamed.
Well, this is the round that he says he will finish Cabrera in. Round 2. This is his favourite round, Prince Nassem, and watch for him to go all out to make it happen. Cabrera knows about the prediction as well, though. Left hand thudding through. He's keeping those gloves up very hard, but he's caught by the right uppercut, left the cap. Prince Nassem's going for the finish now.
Well, he took some very heavy punches there, Cabrera, took them quite well, and another one, again the uppercut, long right hand punch from Hamed.
Cabrera totally in defensive mode at the moment, just looking to survive, trying to find some kind of foothold in the fight. Hit by the left hand, the hand speed befuddling him.
Yes, he's walking on to the left hook now. Hamed getting more power in that punch, really going for it now. He's going for the stoppage.
He's got him going, send him reeling backwards with the latest left hand. And this is a painful experience for Cabrera, coming in as a late substitute and moving up from the equivalent of the Vauxhall Conference to the Premier League. People now talking about Prince Nassem as maybe one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Blood around the eyes of Cabrera as well. He's looking bad.
The nose looks injured. The left eye swelling.
Badly marked and damaged around the face already from the power of these blows from this venomous punching featherweight who gets in again with a left hand. Prince Nassem is just toying with him at the moment in there. Another huge left. The class gap is massive.
He's finding terrific angles here, bringing them up, bringing them round. Another good left hand.
And Cabrera is stopped in the second round, just as he'd predicted. Cabrera hardly landed a punch. And again, he makes the forecast come true. Totally one-sided, embarrassingly so, in fact.
Yes, total confidence, total class. He had all the time in the world to pick his punches. He did that ever so well. He brought them, lots of them up, right through the middle of the defense. Cabrera was just struggling to find any sort of foothold in the fight whatsoever. Hamed did exactly as he liked, and I'm sure he's left a big impression to the fans and to the boxing fans watching in America.
I don't think Prince Nassem Hamed proved anything tonight that we didn't already know about him, that he has huge power, and that anyone coming from the class of Juan Cabrera, who's just been a sort of useful 10-round fighter in Argentina, who's never even fought for his national title, was never going to be able to cope with his speed and power and talent and class.
Yes, he's proved himself time and time again. He's certainly an exceptional talent. I think we can see the stoppage there. Again, that trademark right hand turns into an uppercut. Another powerful left. He's in all sorts of disarray. He's badly marked, badly hurt. And the referee, I thought, was right to stop it there. He was only going to get hurt more and more. And it was a good time. We see it again there. The terrific uppercut punching there from Hamed.
He was already badly injured here, Cabrera. There was blood from the nose, there was eye damage already. He'd taken a lot. Hamed just kept on finding the angles, and it was another demolition job. And he's glad it's over, I would think, Cabrera. But you have to say now, talking about Prince Nassem Hamed, looking at the big punches of featherweight history, people like Terry McGovern around the turn of the century, Sandy Sadler, Sugar Ramos, Danny Lopez, Ide Joffre and Ruben Olivares, who went into the division later. You'd have to put this man up there alongside them, wouldn't you now?
You certainly do. He's such a a good fighter, such a big puncher, and I think, you know, I think you've got to give him respect. It was so easy in a world title fight. He made it look simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Lou Moret calls a halt to the bout at 2 minutes, 17 seconds of round number 2. The winner by knockout victory. He is still the undefeated WBO IBF featherweight champion of the world, your Prince Nassem.
So another promise fulfilled by Prince Nassem Hamed. This performance was watched coast to coast live on terrestrial television in America. And